Advaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagala Lalita Sivachakavitamusya. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasate. Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vindavaneshwari Nishkabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha Kalpataru Bhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaye Vacha Patitanam Pavane Bhayo Vaishnave Bhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to read little bit about Damodara Lila and these wonderful pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whom everybody is anchoring to get the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right. The yogis meditate for thousands of years, right, to realize the Paramatma aspect of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right. The devotees, um, they serve the Lord in so many different ways to ultimately realize the Supreme Truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We see Dhruva Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj's pastime, him meditating on the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, given by Narad Muni, his spiritual master, to ask for justice, that how come his father did not allow him to sit on his lap on the behest of uh, his stepmother. And ultimately, he performs austerities for many years and meditates on Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya to get the darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? And here, we see the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this Damodar form. He is running in fear from Mother Yashoda. Running in fear from Mother Yashoda. Right? That, Mother Yashoda has a stick, and he knows very well that he committed, he broke the pots of the special butter, right? Special butter, which Mother Yashoda had gotten complaints from other gopis that your Lala is coming to our house and breaking the pots. And not only eating the butter, stealing the butter, but also he's distributing that butter to his other friends and the monkeys. He was distributing butter even to the monkeys. Right. He is the makhan chor, butter thief. So Mother Yashoda felt that, hey, is there any shortage of butter at my home? So let me make this special butter from the, no, just like uh, we have these different kinds of ghee, a regular ghee, right? We get this Amul ghee. Officially, they put, okay, it contains 15% dalda, 85% ghee. Uh, and then we have other ghee which we make from the butter and other ghees which are available out in the market. And then there is this A1 Ahimsa ghee made from the ghee cows, right? So there are this different gradation of ghee depending upon how it is made. Bologna ghee, by churning, how it is made, and also dependent upon from which cow it is coming, right? The uh, milk coming from which cow, and um, what is the cow fed, right? So they made sure that this special cows, um, what is the name of the cows? Uh, Pushpagandha cows, special cows, were which were fed special uh, grass. Uh, from that cow milk, she churned the butter, and that was hanging up on the pot just for Lala, just for Lala, so that he does not crave for other butter and does not break the pots of the other gopis, and he doesn't get blamed, and other those gopis complain to Mother Yashoda about her son, right? And here, while she had already made that butter and uh, kept it hanging on a in a pot, uh, she was lovingly uh, feeding her son her milk, um, and no, Lala was enjoying sucking the breast of Mother Yashoda, and suddenly uh, the milk on the stove, which Mother Yashoda had kept, right, um, had was started overflowing. No, she had kept some milk to boil on the stove, and it's mentioned that all this the milk on the spiritual realm is also now a person. Um, this is the flowers and milk. So that milk started overflowing, thinking that, oh, today we have no chance for us serving the Supreme Lord because he's so nicely enjoying the milk of Mother Yashoda. So, what is the purpose of our life? Right? What is the purpose of our living if we cannot serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Right? So, that's how a devotee should feel. Right? If we are not able to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what is the purpose of our living? Right? Uh, so, the milk starts to jump off from the pot into the fire and commit suicide. Mother Jashoda, seeing that, though the Supreme Personality of Godhead was right in her lap, lovingly sucking her breast, she um, looked at it from material vision that, hey, this milk is overflowing, and that no, all this milk will be wasted. So she put as a mother, she put her child aside and immediately went to attend this boiling milk in the kitchen. Right. And as soon as the milk saw that Mother Yashoda is coming towards the milk, it says, oh, now we still have some chance to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that which was being jumped off from the pot came back into the pot. Our acharyas explained that it came back into the pot. Right. And oh, now we have a chance to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we have some hope. And Mother Yashoda then closes the stove. In the meantime, child Krishna feels neglected. That oh, I was so nicely being served this milk, um, and suddenly Mother Yashoda just neglected me and kept me aside. So he became angry as a child. At times, when he's not given attention, he becomes angry. So to teach a lesson, he immediately took a stone, broke the pot hanging from a rafter, and made this special butter overflow from the pot. And not only him, he started eating it, but he started distributing it to the monkeys and his other friends. And at the same time, uh, looking at both sides that, okay, now I'm not being noticed. And Mother Jashoda now, she does not see her child, so she's trying to see where her child has gone. And then she traces the footsteps because now the butter has fallen down on the floor. So now you can easily see the footprints. And she does not see the footprint of only her child, but also of monkeys and other friends. So they say, oh, um, enough evidence of the breaking of the pot by my child and stealing the butter. So let me teach him a lesson. Immediately she finds a whip lying around and um, she looks here and there and uh, the child is also uh, making sure that now Mother Jashoda has a whip so he does not get caught. Immediately he runs outside in the courtyard and Mother Jashoda follows the child. Right. She is also running after the child, trying to catch the child. Right. The flowers which were multi flowers which were on her hair, nicely decorating her hair, um, feels that oh, we are nicely serving Mother Jasoda on her hair, but she is so advanced that the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself is running away from her in fear. So our position is not on her hair, but our position is on her at her lotus feet. So they fall down at the lotus feet of Mother Jasoda from her hair. And she runs, and ultimately she catches up with her son. Um, Immediately, Lala starts crying. And she tries to bind her. She takes a ukkal. Uh, uh, ukkal is a grinding mortar, uh, a container in which you can grind or churn the butter. Um, she takes it upside down and lays her son uh, next to it with the back of her son to the skull and tries to tie him with the rope. Tries to tie him with the rope, but does not succeed. So she gets some other rope, just like when we try to string some garland with flowers, and we see that sometimes it does not meet the required length. So we tie another string to the former string. Similarly, she ties more rope to the rope which she had, and again tries to bind her child. And each and every time she tries, the rope is 2 inches short or 2 fingers short, right? And she gets more rope and more rope and more rope, and even all that rope which she gets, she's not able to bind the child. Then all her assistants help her getting all the different ropes which they can find in the entire Raj. And they mine that string so that Mother Yashoda can tie um, um, the Supreme Lord, bind the Supreme Lord with the rope. But each and every time, it's still 2 inches short. Still 2 inches short. Right. Hare Krishna, Mataji, please can you mute your line?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Mataji. So it is still 2 inches short, and yeah, and ultimately uh, she completely gives up that, oh, I have gotten all this rope and still I'm not able to bind my son. What is happening? She could not believe it. She completely gives up. Right. And she's completely exhausted and tired. And when she gives up uh, in despair, um, the Lord allows himself to be bound by her rope. Right. That's why that rope is considered the rope of love. And the Lord is called Damodar. Right. Udar means the belly, and Dam is the rope. Uh, one who binds the belly of the Supreme Lord by the rope of her love, right? Who gets bind by the rope of love of Mother Yashoda is called Damodar. And that's why the Lord's name came as Damodar. Now the Lord is tied up to this ukkal, the grinding mortar. And Lord cries out, calls his friend, hey, come on, Madhumangal, come on, Bal. Come on, Arjun, please untie me. All right. So, first of all, those 2 inches short is considered as one is the endeavor, another is the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Right. Mother Yashoda put all her endeavor, but without the mercy of the Lord, she could not bind the Lord. Bind the Lord. So, just by our endeavor, we will not get the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Endeavor is the beginning. So in that endeavor, when we have surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Then the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is included. Then our devotional service fructifies to the right result. We think that, oh, we made these wonderful preparations for the Supreme Lord. We just tried. The Lord made it possible for us to serve. We think that we dress this nice dress on the Supreme Lord, did the nice shringar. No, we tried our best to match these different colors and this and that, and the necklaces. The Lord allowed us to do that out of His causeless mercy. So ultimately, we can just endeavor, right? We can endeavor. Utsahan nishchaya dhairya tat tat karma pravartana. Enthusiastically, when we serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then that attracts the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and He allows us to serve Him. Right? He allows us to serve Him. Right? And that's how He allowed Mother Yashoda, by her rope of love, to bind Him. Now He's bound to this grinding motor. And his other friends are also not able to release him because they are in Sakyaras. They are in Sakyaras. There are these various kinds of mallows, right? Santaras, mallow of neutrality; Dasyaras, mallow of servitorship; Sakyaras, mallow of friends; Vatsalya ras, mallow of parental affection; Madhurya ras, mallow of conjugal love. Since the Lord was bound by the rope of love, Mother Yashoda, who is completely personifying Vatsalya ras, filled with motherly affection. The coward friends of Lord Krishna are not able to untie the rope, who are in Sakyaras. Right. So he's still bound, they're not able to release him. So then, what to do? And then comes this next phase, right? Where the Lord sees these two Yamarajun trees in the courtyard. Immediately, he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so he knows the history behind these trees, right? That these trees are not ordinary trees. These trees in the previous birth were Nal, Kuvera, and Manigriva, the sons of Kuvera, right? Kuvera is a treasurer of the Supreme Lord. See? Just because he's a treasurer of the Supreme Lord, that does not mean that now his sons can also be wonderful devotees of the Supreme Lord. And at that time, many times it may happen that when your parents are in high position and you are born with a silver spoon, at times you can get spoiled. You get puffed up by your position. That, oh, yeah, there's so much riches. We don't have to work hard and strive for our getting our livelihood, right? So they got intoxicated, puffed up by power, which the father had as a treasurer. And in that intoxication, they were in a lake enjoying with young girls, right? In the province of Kailash on the bank of the Mandakini Ganges, right? This was not even in the Bhulaka, it was in the province of Kailash, on the bank of the Mandakini Ganges, right? Um, so these two demigods, desiring to enjoy, entered the garden of Lord Shiva in the province of Kailash on the bank of the Mandakini Ganges. There they drank much and engaged in hearing the sweet singing of the beautiful women who accompanied them in that garden of fragrant flowers. Right? So they were intoxicated by intoxicants. And in that intoxicated condition, um, they completely forgot the position. They were just enjoying with beautiful women, this beautiful setting of the Mandakini Ganges and the garden of Lord Shiva. So they entered the water of the Ganges, which was filled with lotus flowers, and there they began to enjoy the company of the young girls, exactly as a male elephant enjoys female elephants in the water. All right. So while they were there enjoying, Narad Muni happened to pass through that place. Seeing the sage, Narad Muni, immediately the girls who were playing with Nal, Kuvera, Manigriva, they became ashamed and they left the scene, right? By covering themselves in haste, right? But Nal, Kuvera, and Manigriva were so intoxicated that despite the presence of Narad Muni, they remained naked. They did not try to cover themselves, right? Seeing that, Narad Muni felt like um, that these two spoiled sons of Kuvera needs to be taught a lesson. So out of his causeless compassion, he curses them. When a sage curses uh, someone, there is compassion included in that curse, right? And the sage does not curse out of anger by being subjected by the modes of material nature. No. They try to correct where needed, people where needed, especially those who are in high position, right? Because uh, they need to execute better achar. Those who are in high position, they need to execute better achar so that common people can follow, right? And here they are just intoxicated by drinking intoxicants and playing with girls, and not even ashamed of themselves to cover themselves. Right? So out of his compassion, he wanted to finish the false enjoyment of intoxication and association with young girls and wanted them to see Lord Krishna face to face. See, in that curse, he curses them to become trees, but trees so that they can be trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. So pretty soon they will see Lord face to face because in the house of Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda. And he will be performing all these wonderful pastimes in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. And there were these two big trees, Yamalarjuna trees, uh, these two demigods, Nalkuvera and Manigriva. And Lord, knowing their plight, out of his causeless compassion, uh, beat the grinding mortar, started crawling, and went between the two trees in such a way the grinding mortar got stuck to the trees. And then Lord just uh, pulls the grinding mortar with some force where both the trees got uprooted and fell down. And from that trees, Nala, Kuvera and Manigriva, right, came out and they started offering prayers to the Supreme Lord. They started offering prayers to the Supreme Lord. So that's the deliverance of Nala, Kuvera and Manigriva. Yeah. When a man is infatuated with the false prestige of opulence, he does not care for any moral instruction, but indulges in wine, women, and animal killing. That's what, at least wine and women, they were infatuated with the false prestige of opulence. In such circumstances, a poverty-stricken man is often better situated because a poor man thinks of himself in relationship to other bodies. A poor man often does not wish to inflict injuries upon other bodies because he can understand more readily that when he himself is injured, he feels pain. Therefore, the great sage Narada considered that because the demigods Nal, Kuvera, and Manigriva were so infatuated by false prestige, they should be put in a condition of life devoid of opulence. Right. The nice messages in this entire pastime that when they got delivered by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they got Sanmukh Darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They were standing naked as these trees for many, many years and cannot do anything as trees. Right. They were witnessing these pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That was a benediction of the sage. Right. But they could not, apart from that, do anything. But as soon as they got delivered, they started offering prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So see how the mercy of the sage worked. That here they were infatuated with the false prestige of opulence, right? And with the mercy of the sage, with the mercy of Narad Muni, now they are seeing physically the Supreme Person of Godhead right in front of them in the form of this beautiful form of Narad, in this beautiful form of Damodara. Yeah. Iti Dvaksilabi Ananda Kunde Surgosanima Jantam Akhyapayantam. Right? We sing this Damodarati every day in the month of Kartik especially. Right? Yes. So as soon as he pulled the two trees with all their branches and limbs fell down with great sound, out of the broken fallen trees came two great personalities shining like blazing fire. All sides became illuminated and beautiful by their presence. The two purified personalities immediately came before child Krishna and bowed down to offer their respects and prayers in the following words. Right. So they start offering prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right. Okay. And thus, from one beautiful pastime of Mother Yashoda binding Lord Krishna with a rope of love, um, and him being called Damodar. Um, in that Leela, he delivers these two demigods who were cursed by Narad Muni, right? Nala, Kuvera, and Manigriva, the sons of Kuvera, right? The child Lord Krishna, the master and proprietor of Gokula, bound to the wooden grinding motor by the ropes of Jasoda, smiled and said, "It was already known to me that my great devotee Narad Muni had shown his causeless mercy by saving you from the abominable condition of pride due to possessing extraordinary beauty and opulence in a family of demigods." Right? There, with Aishwarya, beauty also comes, right? Extraordinary beauty and opulence in a family of demigods. He has saved you from gliding down into the lowest condition of hellish life. All these facts are already known to me. You are very fortunate because not only were you cursed by him, but you had the great opportunity to see him. If someone is able by chance to see face to face a great saintly person like Narada, who is always serene and merciful to everyone, then immediately that conditioned soul becomes liberated. See? Uh, so the Lord is glorifying them that you are very fortunate that you got the mercy of seeing this great sage Narad Muni. And just by seeing this great sage Narad Muni, a conditioned soul becomes liberated. This is exactly like being situated in the full light of the sun. There cannot be any visionary impediment. In the full light of the sun, there cannot be any darkness. There cannot be any shade, uh, visionary impediment. Therefore, O Nala, Kuber and Manigriva, your lives have now become successful because you have developed ecstatic love for me. This is your last life within material existence. Now you can go back to your father's residence in the heavenly planets, and by remaining in the attitude of devotional service, you will be liberated in this very life. So the Lord further gives them the boon that you go back to your father's residence in the heavenly planets, but now being situated in the attitude of devotional service, you will be liberated in this very life. In this very life, you will attain liberation. So both the demigods circumambulated the Supreme Lord many times and bowed down before him again and again, and thus they left. But the Lord remained bound with the ropes to the grinding motor. He remained bound to the ropes, the grinding motor, because the ropes were not released. But now hearing this sound of the falling Yamarajuna trees, uh, we see the Brajvasis, some of the Brajvasis came there. Even Nanda Maharaj came to the scene, and everybody, no, some people said, "Oh, we saw this child. He went in between the two trees and made this tree fall down, and two wonderful personalities came out of this tree, and they were offering prayers to this child." All the Vrajvasis were completely struck that how did this child make these two trees fall down to begin with? And some were worried that, oh, I hope the child did not get hurt by these falling trees. Immediately Nanda Maharaj went there and uh, took the child. First of all, he saw him being bound to the grinding motor, and he released the Lord from the grinding motor. he is able to release it because he is also in Vatsalya. Thus, he is able to release the rope of love, which of Vatsalya love, by which uh, the child was tied to the grinding mortar. So he released it, and immediately the child came into the arms of Nanda Maharaj, completely pacified, and Nanda Maharaj was showering his love to the child in Vatsalya mode. So much so that the child was in the arms of Nanda Maharaj that he did not even want to see Mother Yashoda, who had bound her. Right? And we see that for some time, it seems like few days, he does not go to Mother Yashoda. Like now, exhibiting the pastime of a child, um, showing that he is upset with Mother Yashoda. A time comes where, I believe it was Mitra Sen who comes and um, tells the child that if you don't go back to your mother has not eaten anything for the last few days, and she will give up her life. And immediately the child goes back to Mother Jashoda and no, again goes back in her embrace. So that's this pastime of Damodar Lila and deliverance of Nala Kuvir and Manigriva. Are there any discussions, reflections, or questions? These wonderful pastimes. Haribol. The pastime time, reflection time. No, nobody has any questions or reflections. Anybody would like to even say what they learned from this pastime? Haribol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Haribol.
Class. Yeah, we can learn like how Manigriva and Nankuver got the curse, but that curse was the boon for them, right? Because
Mm.
Muni, they became a tree in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, where they could see all the leelas of Krishna, right?
Mm.
Continuously means they were 24/7. They were watching, so
Yep,
it was a boon for them. So a
yep,
section of like sages or devotee, Narad Muni is a devotee of Narayan. So the curse also became boon. So association matters a lot in life.
that's true. That's true. Thank you very much. Laya matra sadhu sanga sarva siddhi hoy.
Mm.
Laya, it's mentioned, Laya is um, even much smaller than a second.
Yeah.
Even that minute fraction of a second of association of a sadhu can deliver us. What to speak of when the sadhu is Narad Muni himself.
Mm.
Right? Jai Mata Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Yes, Mata, thank you very much.
In our life also, Prabhuji, before coming to ISKCON, like we were knowing lot of things, but not like what we got in Srila Prabhupada's parampara. Like this devotees association, meeting devotees, like doing some devotional service with the devotees. It's totally like we forget ourselves, Prabhuji. It's totally
Mm-hmm.
aesthetic. Like yesterday we celebrated Govardhan Puja, and
Yeah.
continuously we were just thinking like since like last week we are thinking what to make and all that, what to do, which kind of devotional service we can perform like that. So, and Kartik month, before I was just meditating other day, I was just thinking Kartik month, everybody was talking like this before ISKCON, but now we know the real meaning. What is Kartik month? What to do? The
Mm-hmm.
time we offer lamp and all that. But ghee lamp and every day Damodar Ashtakam and Damodar Lila happen on Diwali day. Then
Mm-hmm.
puja and all that. So because of this parampara, we know so many things and so blessed with all these activities continuously. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Very fortunate, Prabhuji. I don't know. We can't express now. We are really, really fortunate.
Yeah. So this festivals gives us a glimpse, windows of the spiritual world. It gives us a glimpse of the spiritual world.
Mm.
In the spiritual world, there's a festival every moment.
Mm.
Right. It's not that, okay, Govardhan Puja over. Once it is done, we say, hush.
No,
Ah.
everyday festival.
But say, suppose we are in that mode that, okay, Govardhan Puja is done, and the next day again there's a big festival.
Yeah,
Then next day again there's a big festival.
yeah. Each moment.
At each and every moment.
Yeah.
And people will start complaining, oh, no, we will they'll just completely get fried. So much festival, so we cannot handle it, and so many complaints, right?
It depends, Prabhuji.
We'll have broken houses. We won't be able to give justice to our household, parents, and so many things. Yeah, but at the end of the day, no, we execute our prescribed duties
Mhm.
of whoever we have to take care of, but be completely absorbed in serving the Supreme Lord.
Yeah.
In that festive mood that at any time we should be ready to make preparations.
Yeah.
The Lord is there in His Archa Vigraha form at our home itself
Mm.
every day.
Every day. Yeah.
Um, the pujaris don't say that, oh, now he had 501 items the previous day. He must have had no, filled belly. So today in breakfast, let me just prepare khichdi.
Oh, no, no.
Today is a fasting day for him. No,
No.
even today they cooked nicely breakfast for the Supreme Lord and lunch, Rajbhog for the Supreme Lord and Sandhya Bhog. And then tomorrow there's again Tirobha Mahotsav
Yeah.
of Prabhupada. Yeah, so
Also, that parikrama, Maharaj did parikrama. That time only that it was coming in my mind, the thoughts, how that time they would have thought, like all Brajavasis with Krishna. With
mm,
only Maharaj, we were feeling so ecstatic and doing parikrama with him. So it's like Vrindavan, right?
yeah,
Uh, So if Krishna is there and there were 7 days and 7 nights with him, So how their feeling will be? I was just thinking yesterday we were doing parikrama dancing and Maharaj was so nicely dancing and singing. So it's really like beyond everything, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Causeless mercy of the Supreme Lord.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for organizing such a nice, wonderful program.
Thank you.
Hari Bol.
Any other reflections? If not, we will sing Damodara Ashtakam. Mataji, you want to sing?
Yes, Prabhuji. Anybody wants to say? Otherwise, I can. People work with tongue. They're like. हे बेटा कशाचा आवाज आहे ग? ए साना, मला दामोदर अष्टक म्हणायचं आहे. ए बेटा साना, दामोदर अष्टक म्हणायचा आवाज कमी कर ना मग. हिंदी नाही येत आहे ना, इंग्लिश मध्येच येत आहे हे. हा, ओके. कुठे गेलं? ओके. नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्.
Sachid Ananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam
यशोदाभियोलोकनादवमानम् परामृष्टम् अत्यन्ततो द्रुतगोप्या.
यशोदाभियोलोकालातवमानम् परामृष्टमाद्यन्ततो धृत्यगोप्या.
रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रं युग्मं मृजन्तम् कराम्बुजयुग्मेन सतङ्कनेत्रम्.
रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं मृजन्तम् कराम्बोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम्.
मुहुश्वासकं पात्रीरेखाङ्गकण्ठ स्थितग्रीवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम्.
मुहुश्वासकं पात्रीरेखाङ्गकण्ठा स्थितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम्.
इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम्.
Iti
इति
Dotwalilabi Anandakunde
दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमाख्यापयन्तम्.
येषु तग्नेषु भक्तेर्चितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतं तच्छतावृत्ति वन्दे.
तदीयेषितग्नेषु भक्तचित्तत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्तिवन्दे.
वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं वधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेषदपि.
वरं देव मोक्षावधिं वा
न
न
चान्यं
चान्यग्रीवे
हृदीश्वरविषादमिह
इदं तेव पुरनाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्य वीरस्तं किमन्ये
इदं देव
नाथ
पुरनाथ गोपालबालं सदा मे
मे
मनस्य वीरष्टं किमन्ये
इदं ते मुखं भोजमत्यन्तनीले धृतं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या
इदं ते मुकाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीलैर्कृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या
मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्तधरं मे मनस्य वीरस्नामलं लक्षलाभे
मुहुश्चुम्बितं
मुहुश्चुम्बितं
बिम्बरक्तधरं
बिम्बरक्ताधरं
मे
मे
मनसि
मनस्य
आविरक्तमलं
विरष्टमलं लक्षलाभै
नमो देवदामोदर अनन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम्
नमो
नमो
देवो दामोदरानन्त
देवदामोदरानन्त
विष्णु
विष्णो प्रसीद
प्रसीद प्रभो
प्रभो
दुःखजलाधिमग्नम्
दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम्
कृपादृष्टिवृष्टातिलीनं बतानु गृहाणि क्षमामृत्युदृशा
कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदीनं
कृपादृष्टिवृष्यातिथिनं
बतानो
वदानु
गृहाणि
गृहाणि
क्षमामाज्ञामेदि
क्षमामज्ञामेत्यक्षिदृश्या
अक्षिदृश्याहि
कुबेरात्मजो बद्धमृत्यैमयत्वा त्वया मोचितो भक्तिभाजो कृतो च
कुबेरात्मजो
कुबेरात्मज
बद्धमुच्चैव
बद्धमुद्यैव
यद्वा
त्वया
त्वया मोचितो
मोचितो
भक्ति भजकृतौ च
भक्तिभजकृतौ
तथा प्रेम भक्ति स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह
तथा प्रेम
ता प्रेम
भक्ति
भक्ति
स्वकामे प्रयाच
स्वकामे प्रयच्छ
नमो
नमो
विग्रहमेऽस्ति दामोदरे
दामोदरेह
नमस्तेऽस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयधरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने
नमस्तेऽस्तु
नमस्ते
दाम्ने
धाम्ने
स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने
स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने
त्वदीयदारायात विश्वस्य
त्वदीयस्य
धाम्ने
धाम्ने
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो
नमो
राधिकायै
राधिकायै
त्वदीयप्रियाय
त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो
नन्दलीलाय देवाय
नन्दलीलाय तुभ्यम्
तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो
राधिकाय
राधिकायै
त्वदीयप्रियाय
त्वदीयप्रियायै
नमो
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 नन्दलीलाय
नन्दलीलाय
देवाय
देवाय तुभ्यम्
तुभ्यम्
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्णा
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
हरे हरे
हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radha.
Radha Damodar Radha
Damodar Radhe.
Jai Radha Damodar ki jai.
Jai.
Okay, now translation. Mataji Padmamukhi Mataji, you want to go first?
Okay, Mataji. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose dark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Vasanta Mataji. Ashish Krishna Prabhuji.
Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
Ashish Krishna Prabhuji or Balaram Prabhuji. Sanita
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji Dhanad.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisance to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. Hare Krishna.
Panchavati Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. I don't see.
Can you see here, Mataji? The fourth one.
I don't see the translation. Yeah.
Oh Lord, I'm sharing the screen.
Okay.
Can you see? Are you able to see, Mataji?
No, I don't see it, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
You can probably do a Google search of Damodar Ashtakam lyrics, and it will also come up on your phone.
Yes. So number 6, I have to read?
Number 4.
Number 4. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bal Gopala in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart, for what is the use to me of any other boon besides this?
Very good, Mataji. Thank you.
Kanika Mataji, please read. Also, Renu's reading. Renu Mataji?
Ashish Karuna. Oh Lord, your lotus space which
Hare
is
Krishna.
encircled. Yeah, go ahead, Mataji. Renu Mataji, you are.
Hare Krishna. No, I'm here. I'm here. Hare Krishna.
Can you read translation of verse 5?
Actually, I have no classes with me.
Okay.
Sorry. I can listen.
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Dhanav.
Go ahead.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisance unto you. O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this pure ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. Hare Krishna.
Verse 7. Satyava Mataji.
O Lord Damodar, just as the two sons of Kubera, Manigriva and Nal Kubera, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with a rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give me your own Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. Hare Krishna.
O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radha Rani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna. Sri Radha Damodara Ashtam ki jai.
Oh, he is also performing ERT. He could have performed ERT.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
The key lamp. Can you see key lamp? Oh, see the key lamp. Okay.
Prabhuji, pop-ups allowed? Did you allow pop-ups?
I allowed pop-ups. Let me see. That may be the case. Okay. We will try it out next time. You are able to do the ERT? Okay. Many pop-ups will come. That's okay. That's not a great. go to the temple and offer the actual lamb. Vanchakalpataru Vaisya Kripa Sindhu Bhaya Vacha Patitanam Pavane Bhaya Vaishnave Namo Namaha. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank
Lord.
you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Bol.